Hello everyone, welcome to William and the Magic Box. Today on our show, we are going to have Tom. Tom is from Oslo in Norway. So let's see what Tom has to say. Enjoy the interview. So hello Tom, how are you?
Oh, I'm fine.
Nice to
Yes.
meet you. Finally, we've been talking for so long. Finally, we're meeting.
Yes. I don't know how long. It's some years, I guess, since we talked first time.
I think since the lockdown, the first lockdown, I think because I start promoting the channel, I start inviting people on the social media. Maybe that's how I got your profile.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Time runs quickly.
So Tom, tell me, how's your day been so far? What have you been doing today?
I've been at work, but since it's July and the main holiday season, it's quite a lazy day. So it's not that busy. People are on holiday and it's quite relaxed at work. But I work late, so that's why I'm still at work and having the interview here. So, but it's nice. I love to work in July is the main holiday season in Norway. And I love to be at work in July because everything is laid back, it's calm, it's no stress, everyone is gone, so you can just enjoy the days.
I was about to ask where you're from, so you're originally from Norway.
I'm from Norway, from Oslo.
Right. And
Yes.
what's the best part of living in Oslo, in your opinion?
Oh, it's many times. It's a nice city, not too big, not too small. But well, of course, for people from US or UK, it's a very tiny city. But it's I've been in Oslo all my life, and I really love to be here. And the climate is nice. We have a lot of nature. It's short distances to everywhere. All Europe is very close. It's shorter to fly to Rome than to fly to northern Norway. So. No, I'm really happy here. I really love living here.
So Oslo is the place where you were born?
Yeah. I've been living here for 58 years.
Oh my God, amazing. And what do you do for a living, Tom?
I do two things. I work as a personal trainer. That's where I am now. And I also try to get up and running a travel company. Travel agency for Norway. But I started with both of my jobs just before the pandemic, so it's been quite a rough start. But I like what I do. I have really a passion for traveling. I know Norway very well, so that's why I try to build a travel business. And then on the other side, I love training, love sports. And so I educated as a personal trainer quite late, but I really love it. So that's what I'm doing mostly now.
Amazing.
But the 2 years of pandemic was it was hard, hit hard. Bad timing.
Yes, I think there is life before COVID and life after COVID. You know what I mean? Things changed a lot.
I think we have learned to be aware of a few more things that we were not before. And maybe I don't think that is bad actually. We need those crises in between. Well, it's easy to say we survive, but I mean, we need some crisis to wake up. Absolutely. But even if it hits very hard, but I think everyone thinks different now, and we see also, it's interesting to see how the trends are changing and what changes will remain and what will go back to as pre-pandemic. Let's see.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Tom, are you ready to go on a beautiful journey through your memories in life and to share your point of views?
Yep.
Amazing. Welcome to William and the Magic Box. So this is my best friend. Random questions, okay? I'm just gonna play a song now just for us to move a little bit before the first question, okay? Let's do it. Okay, Tom, so before we start the game, through the journey, if there is a question that you don't want to talk about for some reason, you don't want to answer, I always can change, okay? It's all very friendly, okay?
Yeah.
First question for you is, What is the best compliment have you ever received?
Oh. Well, I mean, if people in a way can express that they are happy when I feel that I'm most by myself, when I'm mostly myself, that I don't pretend to be anyone, that they like the way I do things, the way I approach things, or the way I am as a friend. That's always nice to get a confirmation that, okay, I'm what I am, and they are happy with that.
And saying that, if you could define yourself in one positive word and one negative word, what that would be?
I'm very hardworking.
Mm-hmm.
And I can be a little bit too impatient.
Always being like that?
No, it's developed through the years. If you asked for 40 years ago, it would be two different things.
I think we get older, get more energy, isn't it? That we want to live more.
Yeah,
and
you
more.
just want yourself, just get it done. Stop asking, just do it.
Amazing. I like that. Next question. Let's
Sometimes,
do it.
Yeah.
Okay, next question for you is, talking about age, tell us about your earliest memory in life.
But you know, that's not very easy because you are told so many stories and you have been seen so many pictures. So in between it's difficult to separate what is stories and what is my memory. But I think I remember quite a lot of things from my time in kindergarten. I have a 5-year younger sister, so I also remember that. And so but being out in the kindergarten and playing with friends, going home, I was in the kindergarten taking the tram, and I remember that very well. We had a special tram, charter tram for kindergarten. That was amazing. So yeah, then it was like 4 or 5 years. Yeah.
Very good. Next question. Let's do it. Okay, Tom, before the next question, what do you like the most about being a personal trainer? What's the best part of it?
Best part is to help people to reach their goals and to help them a little bit on the road to get a healthier life. And you can help them in many ways, being a good coach, just support them. You can also just tell about all your struggles yourself. And people are very happy to get that support. And yeah, and of course, just being with people. I love working with people. And also you can older people, helping them with the pain, rehabilitation after damages or surgeries, and also with food, how they eat, how they live a healthy life. I have a lot of knowledge to support there, since I also educated in food science and worked many years in that. So I feel that I have a lot of good knowledge and experience to kind of bring further to them.
And most of your clients, they are female or male?
It's a good mix, actually. Maybe more male than female, because the men, they always think they are strong and big and can fix everything themselves, while ladies or girls, they realize that I need help to be pushed. So maybe like 60-40 something, and in all ages from 20 to 80.
Amazing. Okay, next question for you is, what does love mean to you?
Loyalty, the best friend, someone that can help you in the good days and bad days, that is always there, a good speaking partner, and you can be like truly yourself.
Do you believe that there are different kinds of love?
Yes, there maybe could be. I mean, not for me, but it's you can't define love for others. How other people define love, that's their challenge. That's not my option to guess. So it will certainly be a different definition of love because of that. But that's fine. I have to do it my way.
Yeah, I think love, your feeling. It's a personal. You can love your pet, you can love your partner, you can love your lover, you can love your family. There's always, you know what I mean. The way you love is different of the other people. How you approach love.
And we use the language. Love. We love everything these days.
Yeah.
Yeah. You love everything, all things, every people. So it's like it's more a challenge to difference what you mean in the different setting you use the word, that your speaking partner also understand the same as you understand.
Absolutely. I think as you said, love nowadays became like a normal thing to say. People say not, oh, I love this, I love that, but what is the love? Where is the meaning, like the feeling of it? I understand your point.
We use it too often, or we haven't got any good substitute for the word actually, so it's overused.
I see. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Saying that, how do I say I love you in Norwegian?
Jeg elsker deg.
Should I try to say that again?
Jeg elsker deg. Elsker
deg.
Yeah, deg.
Yeah.
But when I say it in Norwegian, it means totally different than when I speak in English. It's like, oh, I love you, I love your neighbor, oh, I love everything, I love the world. So when I speak it in Norwegian, it's only one meaning.
I see. In Portuguese, actually the same as well. In Portuguese, we don't say love the way the English way saying, exactly. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a different way of saying love. Yeah. It's more personal and deep and personal.
Much
as well.
More. Exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. Next question. Let's do it. Hey, Tom from Norway. Next question is, what is the scary thing that happened to you?
The most scary thing?
That happened to you?
That is very difficult. I have a few fears, but I mean, I can't remember I've been really scared. My worst moment of being scared is when because I'm afraid of heights. Really. And that feeling, when that wave comes over you, it's the worst feeling ever. I mean, I can guess some people are claustrophobic. They don't hate to be in tunnels or in elevators or whatever. But you know, I like to challenge to being outside and challenge the height. And but when that feeling is coming, it's so scary. But I don't have any really bad, scary experiences. Or I just denied them, I don't know. I've just forgotten.
Yeah, it was
too far behind. I can't can't find them anymore.
I think it was too scared that you pass out and you forgot about it.
Yeah. Next in line, please. Next in line.
Next one, let's do it. Hello, Tom. Next question for you is, this question is gonna suit you very well. Where are you planning to go for your next holidays?
Well, I can take the short and easy version because I start my 1-week holiday tomorrow. And I'm going to the Norwegian mountains. I have a cabin up in the mountains and I just love to be in the mountains. So it's very easy. I will spend my time there up in the mountains, do some hiking, do some working, Yeah, but just be in the fresh, nice air, just relax.
And I must say, I'm very jealous of you right now.
Yeah, but I've been working the whole summer. But normally I would also be maybe a holiday in Europe. I love to go to Spain or the Mediterranean to the beach. I mean, I love to travel, so you see that on my profile too. So it can be, yeah, wherever. But this year it's a slow start of traveling again. So I love to travel in Norway.
Amazing, amazing. Ready for another one?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Next question. Before the next question, as you're saying about your passion about traveling, and I read in your profile saying adventure exploring the world, 58 countries visited so far.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a lot.
It should be 60 if it wasn't for the pandemic. I had a few travels booked.
Right. Saying that, Tom, tell me, where is the furthest place have been away that you like? Oh, that's what it's very far from Norway. And also, if you can tell me one place that you've been there that you're not expecting to be so, let's say, beautiful, or you know what I mean, something so like that it touches your heart, your soul, that you go like, oh my God, I was expecting to be that powerful place to be. If you can share.
Yep. The farthest, the most far away. Well, it's two options. And actually, I don't know, because it could be. I've been in Tasmania, outside Australia.
Yeah.
That's like 30 hours flight from Oslo. But I've also been to Isla de Pascua, Easter Island, outside Santiago, Chile. It's also quite far.
Right.
So they are on each side on the Pacific Ocean.
And which place it was expecting to be so nice and it touched your heart or your soul? Where it would be?
Well, Hiroshima in Japan is really heartbreaking. Reading that story, it's just terrible. But also another, I'm not that very historical interested guy, but when you visit like Machu Picchu in Peru, that's just stunning. It's really, touch your heart. It's just marvelous.
Amazing. All right, thanks for sharing. Okay, next question for you is, what is the biggest prize you ever won?
The biggest in terms of
prize, like any prize, like you won anything. It doesn't need to be material, could be sentimental as well.
Yeah, because I'm not a gambler, so I never gamble. So maybe I have won £1 or whatever, but I probably lost many hundreds. No, but I mean, for younger days when I was a swimmer, I had a lot of competitions. Then it was all about prize and number 1, 2, or 3. I mean, for me, a good reward is that when you really get appreciated at work and you really feel that you did a good thing. Not because it's important for the rest of the others, but for me and the person that's involved. Absolutely. Or that you get a feedback that really, and you really have worked hard, that's also to win a first prize.
Absolutely. Good. I think those prizes, it means a lot because it comes from a genuine place.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Next question, Tom. Let's do it. Have you been to Brazil, by the way?
Yes, I've been in Rio. Very nice and beautiful, expensive place. Just then very short in Sao Paulo, but yeah. So not much. I know Brazil is a huge country, so I just have seen a very, very, very small part.
Right. Saying that, tell me a little bit about your business as a tourist, your tourism business. Can you tell me a little bit about it? How everything started?
Well, I really have passion for traveling, and I have a really, really great passion for Norway. I mean, Norway is the best country in the world to live in and to see and to be here. And I have been so lucky that in my previous jobs, I always also traveled a lot. I mean, a really, really a lot. So I have seen most of Norway and done most of the things, activities. So I really want to share that passion with tourists, with our guests. So that's why I kind of wanted to do that passion out of to living. So I only focus on Norway, and I try to help like individual guests, individuals, families, not big groups, but to organize a really, really nice and memorable holiday in Norway. And also can attend as a guide. I do guiding in Oslo. I also do guiding otherwise in Norway, and yeah, help them to have a really, really nice stay in Norway. And I can do all the practical things with booking and everything. So that's my idea, and just focus on Norway in a way. Promote Norway abroad.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Next question for you is, if you could sit down with your 13 years old self, what would you say?
Then I was totally different. I was really shy and not outspoken at all, and yeah, shy, mostly at home with my mom. Yeah, really, really a silent guy, doing all the things, clever at school. Yeah.
And if you could sit down with yourself, yeah, if you have the opportunity right now to sit down with yourself, 13 years old, with a device, what would you say to yourself, knowing the person you are today?
Advice to go out, see the world much earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I was too shy, and it was like, when I finished school, like, no, I don't want to go abroad. I don't need that. I don't see the world, but it's nonsense. So I mean, go out, do all the crazy things as early as possible. What I did all the school things in the right numerous sequence, and like feeling that you had too short time, but that's nonsense. You have too much time. I mean, you get old too quick enough. So spend a few years just doing nothing, just traveling and just be crazy. It's the best thing you can do, because you have more than enough years to work hard later.
And do you remember when was the moment that you realized that, okay, I need to explore the words, I need to go through out of my comfort zone and not being that shy anymore? Don't let shy block me. That was a moment, or just came with time and age?
That came with time and education and work, mostly with work. You were just forced into it. And also when I was in the army, when you were 19, at my time, everyone had to go in the army. Today, they don't. But then you also was forced into a lot of inconvenient situations, or very unsecure, out of your comfort zone. So that was a good start. And also when you start work and have a quite exposed job, you just had to learn it. And but it took like 10 years. I mean, yeah, before you get feeling comfortable.
Very good. And afterwards, you just catch up, because now you travel so much that during this time you just made it up now.
Now I do everything too much. Now I should calm down a little bit, or talk less, or yeah.
Next one, let's do it. Okay, Tom from Oslo in Norway. Next question for you is, who do you count the most for help?
Well, my best friend, and of course my boyfriend, and my mother, and also my children. I have many.
Oh, you have children?
Mm-hmm.
How many children do you have?
4.
Wow, 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 wow. Amazing. And all of them,
I'm very lucky. I'm very lucky.
and then all of them, they live as well in Oslo.
Yes, yes.
Amazing. My God.
They are adults now, so they live their own life. So I had to book half a year in advance to see them.
Wow. But you know,
You know, they are. Yeah.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. So busy.
As you, I'm sure you know that you raised your children to the world, not to yourself. So you know what I mean. They just get their own lives.
They are worse than me. Yeah. So I get what I deserve.
And they like traveling a lot as well. They like to travel a lot, like you as well.
Yes, they do. Yeah, some of them do. Some of them are more traditional and want to stay home, and yeah, they are very different. So, but they travel a lot, and we have traveled a lot together.
Oh,
so they are very lucky.
That's amazing. Very good. Look, your eyes shine when you talk about them. Very proud dad.
No, but I'm very lucky that I have the best from the two worlds.
Oh, amazing. And are you okay to talk about you being gay? Are you okay to talk about?
Yeah.
So, and as you said now, you just mentioned that it was good to live both worlds. So tell me, when was the transition? When you realized that you go, okay, I need to be myself from now on. I need to follow my path. That happened a long time and was easy to deal with?
Yeah, of course, it took a long time. I mean, I was married for 10 years. So, of course, it was a hard time. It was difficult. We didn't have internet. We didn't have mobile phone. We had to remember we were in the 1800th century. So we were not that, everything was not that easy access to as today. So it's hard for people to really realize how the world was.
Information.
Yeah, the information was totally different. And it took a long time before you realize. The one thing is to realize what you really are, and it probably is also a development. And then the second point is what to do about it. I mean, should you live as is, or should you change it? It's not. I mean, the worst moment in my life is to move from my children.
I'm sure.
Yeah. So, but today you can say that you're happy that you did it, but I mean, because you're a happier person, you're more yourself and blah blah blah. But you never know. So it's too early to judge.
Yeah, it's difficult. I think everyone has their own, you know what I mean, way of approach the situation. You know what I mean? Of course, there's family involved, kids, society, you know, sometimes religion. There's a lot of things involved. It's sometimes not easy for you to deal with that. And sometimes people go like, oh, just be yourself. But it's not like that. You know what I mean? You need to put in consideration a lot of things before you make a decision. You know what I mean? It's not easy.
And since I'm not religious, and since I had a family and the children, I mean, that was the worst part, because the other thing was actually what my parents or other family or friends or job at work, I mean, that counted less, because of course we were worried, but I mean, the family and my wife and the children was the main concern, of course. So then the other was in the second place.
Absolutely. Yeah, but I think, you know, at the end of the day, you are living your life now, and you know what I mean, things always get right in the right time. Everything gets connected and sorted at the right time. That's what I believe as well. Very good. Tom, I have 3 questions left for you, okay?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I can see some moves now in the end. Before the next question, as you've been so many different countries, in your opinion, I'm sure that you met a lot of people around the world. What do you think, in your opinion, what's the biggest misconception that people have from Norway or Norwegian people? And what's something that gets right when they talk about Norway, they get right in your opinion?
I mean, first of all, to know about us, because we are so small and we mean so less. And we have to be honest about that. But I mean, I think the most difficult things for people to really realize is how the climate is. I mean, we are far north. It's daylight at 10 p.m. even in July, and it's like, how can we live here, and why isn't it ice as it is in Greenland? I mean, so it's, people forget that. I mean, to have a good or relevant idea about where on the earth you are and what that impact makes. I mean, we are small, and we are really, really far up north. So, but we are an amazing country, and we have a beautiful nature, and we are really well organized, and people, we get more and more famous. I mean, we are quite involved in the international society, and that's a good thing. I mean, we use a lot of resources for that, and that's good because we have the ability to do it. So yeah, but a lot of people, of course, people have the strangest opinions about Norway, but that's normal. That's normal. It's you have to see it in a nice way.
I've been to Oslo once a few years ago, and was winter time, close to Christmas, and I remember seeing those ski when they do the Olympics. You know, I mean, the ski place. I was like, oh my god! I had for the first time. Yes, I was like, oh my goodness, that's amazing just to be here. I just watched on TV, and now being here is like, wow! It was, of course, was full of snow, and it was amazing. And but back in Brazil, like growing up, and when I heard about Norway, I think until even before I went there, I think I thought about being a cold country, like cold.
Yeah, it's cold here.
yeah, and about the Northern Lights as well. You know what I mean? That's something that I always, when I think about Norway, it comes straight away to my mind. This idea.
That's the first thing people mention now. The Northern Light has been very famous, and of course it's cold, but I have a T-shirt and shorts from May to September, so it's okay. But Norway is long, so you depends where you are in Norway.
Absolutely.
So, but the best thing here is that we have seasons. And we have very distinct seasons.
Mm-hmm.
There are at least 4, and we have at least 2 of them every day. So instead of have this standby climate for 30 plus degrees, 300 days a year.
For sure. Next question for you is, what is the worst pickup line have you ever heard?
Yeah, that is maybe that I'm cold and arrogant. Because I can be that if I'm nervous or insecure, then I feel.
Is that as charming to get the attention? Yes, it's like
no, it's not very charming, but then it's okay. Yeah.
That's funny. 2 questions left for you. Let's do it on. Right, before the next one now. People watch the interview, would you like to let's say to contact you for you to organize like a trip, let's say summertime? Okay, I would like to do like a weekend in Norway, let's say a weekend, 4 days, like long weekend. What would you suggest?
If you do it in the summer, I would say that you would have 2 options. You can go to the north and see the midnight sun and the spectacular nature in the north, and the other option is to go and see the fjords in the western part of Norway, combined with a day or 2 in Oslo, depending how long time you have. So that's a kind of the summer adventure. And not many people have a relation to what midnight sun is. People think midnight sun is just a sunset. It's not. The midnight sun is to see the turn of the sun.
And it happened at midnight, that's why.
Yeah, and because of the summertime, it's 1 a.m. But north of the Arctic Circle, the sun does not go down between May and end of July. So when it goes down almost to the depending on where you are, let's just see out in the sea, and then you see the turn. That's the midnight sun. So it's a big misunderstanding. Oh, it's boring. We have also a sunset in Minneapolis or whatever, or in London. Yeah, but you don't see the turn when it starts to raise up again. That's a midnight sun.
And you can see during the whole summer or not?
depending where you are, because it's related to the Arctic Circle. So it's from early June to late July. So if you visit Norway in that period, that is a nice happening to see up in the north together with the nature. And of course, our fjords are just amazing and stunning.
I'll make a note right now that, but I would like to know that.
So it's all about which season you visit. So
very good. Next question for you is, if you could go back in time, in one moment or memory in your life, what that would be and why? For any reason.
Well, that will be 3 memories, and that will be when my children was born. Because one of them are twins, so that's why I only say 3.
I was confused. I was like, oh my God.
You have to think now. You have to calculate. Yeah, I saw it.
So I was like, okay, maybe I misunderstood because he said 4 before, now 3. Maybe he doesn't, what's happened with the other one? You got me.
That's memories that you can't never compare them.
Wow. And the twins, they are identical twins, or they are?
No, it's a boy and a girl, so they are different. Yes, very different, of course, but still same, but different. What you say?
Oh, amazing!
They're very, very connected.
Amazing. All right, ready for the last one? Let's do it. Last question. Before the last question, I would like to ask a question. I'm not sure if we can talk about that actually, because it's regarding. Remember that in a few years ago, where I'm not gonna say the words, but like remember that gentleman when he went to the island and he was
the shooting. The shooting. July.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not gonna go too deep because I don't want to talk about that here on the show because it's something very sad. But my question to you is. Actually, there's a movie about. I watched the movie the other day, and it's so touching. There's a movie about. Yeah, they made a movie about.
I know. I haven't seen it. I heard it. I haven't seen it, but
I think that, when was that? The 4th of July. When was that?
22nd of July.
I think that's the name of the movie. I think, if I'm not wrong. My question, in a very soft way. I don't want to go too deep, but in a very soft way. When that happened, where were you? Where were you at when that happened? And how did you find out about the news, if you can share?
Well, it's a moment that everyone know where they was and what they were doing. And because, I mean, we are a quite peaceful country.
Yeah.
You know, it's a kind of things you don't expect. And it started on a Friday. It was on a Friday. And I was not in Oslo, I was in Stavanger. I worked as a sales director in a company, so I had a huge customer event and dinner in Stavanger. Stavanger is the fourth city in Norway, like 45 minutes flight. So it's like, I was not online all the time on the news. It was like just had some snapshots from what's happening, and it started just 3:30 after work when people went home from work. So at the government building in Oslo, before I was driving 45 minutes to that island. So during that evening, I was quite busy with customer dinner, having a party time, fun time, quite strange. So I remember just before when I left out for the dinner and the happening, I just saw something on the news. And, wow, something with a gun out on the island, and also it was a bomb at the government. What is this? Well, okay, probably you hear so much nonsense. It's always a drama for everything. So it's like, okay. And then when I was back in my hotel at night, it was like, what is this? I didn't believe, or I didn't manage to really take it into my brain. It was like kind of unbelievable. It was first the day after that you really, it's not a dream, it's not a joke, it's really, it was unbelievable. And we talked a little bit, people watched the news during the dinner a little bit. What is this? I mean, we can realize actually what it was, that someone could be that crazy in a way.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was too absurd.
Did you know anyone that's like connect with the situation, like that lost someone, or you don't know anyone like
No.
a friend or anything? Okay,
No.
I see. Yes, I remember the news actually, and I had the same impression as you. I was like, my God, this happened in Norway.
Yeah.
My God, Norway! Like, why Norway? And I remember watching the movie, and it's a bit disturbing in a way, like, because it's so sad, the situation and how it happened, but you could have an idea about what happened that day. You know what I mean? Watching the movie, and it was interesting, like watching the movie, so you could understand more or less what happened that day. But yeah, it's as you said, it's a day to remember or forget. It's a day that's always going to be in our. It's like the 9/11 when it happened in New York.
It's
as well.
I mean, we had some small shootings, but this is on the like 9/11. For us, the 9/11 in a way. So it's like out of all proportions in a way, and it was so just young children from 13 to 18. It's
that's
like the youth organization of a party. It's like.
Have you personally has been that island before?
No, it's just a small. I mean, in the lake is very close to Oslo. I mean, so that island is more just used for these party thing, the school events. Yeah.
I see. Okay, last question for you is: if you had only 24 hours of life, what would you do?
If I have what? Once again.
Sorry. If you had only 24 hours of life, what would you do?
Well, I would do maybe a few things of what I most like. I mean, I would travel. I would eat ice cream. I will swim. I would eat and do some training and make some love. That's 24 hours.
Right, it's not the end yet.
A good mix of everything.
Of course. And I'm sure as well you'd have time to say hello to your kids, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
For sure. It would be like a very busy day for you.
It will, but that will be a normal day. Nothing new.
Right. Let's play now the word association game, okay? I'm going to give away some words. Just tell me one word that comes to your mind. Quick thinking, okay? So, I hope you are enjoying the interview. Before we do the word association game, don't forget to give a like, don't forget to share this video, and also don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Just click on the button right there. Thank you so much and enjoy the word association game. Let's start with money.
Work.
Family.
Care, love and care.
Okay. One word for life.
So many. Love.
Okay. And one word for love.
Passion.
Okay. Sex.
Love.
Politics.
That's a hard one. That's like hate or love. Yeah. I love craziness.
Okay. Religion.
Makes me angry.
Fear.
Heights.
Friendship.
Love.
Desire.
Need.
Regret.
Honest.
Success.
Hard work.
One word for wish.
Dreams.
One word for happiness.
To make your day.
One word for Oslo.
Oslo.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
One word for Norway.
Nature.
One word for personal trainer.
A good coach.
And the last one now, traveling, one word.
Experiences.
Amazing. Let's pretend now I'm going to meet your 4 children together, for a coffee. And I'm going to ask all of them together. I'm going to go like, tell me what is the most beautiful thing about your dad, and tell me something that he still needs to work on, to improve on, what your kids would say.
The list will be long. Well, they will say that I'm crazy, that I'm very active and busy, in a way positive way, but also crazy, that I'm good at doing things that I like. I always use the opportunity. I like to be outside. I like to do crazy things. I'm myself, and I mean, it gets with the age, You don't care what people say or do. No, and I hope also they say that I'm a good father, that I can support them when they need it.
Amazing. And if I would ask your boyfriend, what would be his answer?
Well, about my best sides?
Yeah, both sides, negative and positive.
I'm very hardworking, very kind, very caring, and I think he said I could improve about being patient, listen to other people, and
Okay. Right. Sometimes they know
that's
what
life. Yeah,
for sure. Let's play now, Tom and the Magic Box, and you can ask me a question. The Norwegian dance moves are coming now.
Samba in Rio, yeah.
Okay, Tom, you can ask me a question now.
Well, you moved to Europe for quite a long time ago, and compared to what you knew about Europe, I mean, what is our best and worst sides? Well, as you look at Europeans or European kind of society.
I love the question. I tell you something now. This year, March, it turned 20 years that I've been in Europe. 20 years. I left Brazil when I was 19. Actually, I've been more in Europe than back in Brazil. Okay, Tom, good question. I love the question. You made me think now. You put me in the spot, and I love that. It's very interesting because you've been South America, you've been Brazil, you got a little bit of the vibe of our way of approaching life, of living, of dealing with situations. And those 20 years that I've been here in Europe, I lived in Portugal 5 years before I come to England. And I visited so many places as well in Europe. I love being in Europe. I think last life I was European because it feels so home. It feels so, it's my place to be here. It's so interesting how life takes you in a direction in a place that you're not expecting, and you feel very connected with the place. I think society, when I think about European people, I think everything's very organized and people. I believe that I remember when I have friends over, like from Brazil, they come to Europe to spend some time, and they always had the impression that European people, they are very cold people. They, and living here for 20 years, I understand that their point, but it's not like that. Because when they mean cold, it doesn't mean what they mean cold is, because Brazil, we have this thing like where we can eat 2 people, we can feed 5 people at the same time. Where we can sleep 2 people, we can sleep 5-6 people together as well. We have this approach of being very, find a way to see things. Mm-hmm. And European, they are very straightforward, straightforward. Or is this or is that? There are no half term, and for us, we have this half term. We have this way of, going around. We don't get straight away to the point. We go around before getting there. And here, most of the European, like, we have the thing that they're all right or wrong. They're no like halfway. And that's what gives the impression of being cold. But I see that as a positive thing because because what I understand is sometimes you need to be straightforward. You know what I mean? If you go around too much, don't get to the right point straight away. You go too much around it, get lost through the way. So I think that's what I understand about European. Another thing as well, through my experience, is European people, most of them, it takes time for them to trust you, like to trust me, for them to say, okay, you are my friend, you can be my house, you can be part of my daily routine, you can be part of my family, my relatives, we are welcome like 100%. It takes time for them. For some reason, I can see that for them but when that happens, it's forever. You know what I mean? I have very good European friends that I call them my family, because in the beginning, when I look back, it was straight away, the relationship. We always had the connection, but I was in their place like straight away. I wasn't, sit with them, have like proper meals straight away. It took time. And now they call me like, really, you are part of my family. And I know they mean it. And my best friend, he's French, you know what I mean? I have very good friends that they are European, and they trust me so much, but it took time. Our relationship, it was built, you know what I mean, day by day, like time to time. It was like that, we are best friends, you're welcome in my place, you can sleep here, you can eat together. No, it's not like that. And actually, I understand that. I understand, because it's you are building a relationship for life that doesn't happen straight away. And back in Brazil, as I mentioned before, if you talk to someone for 20 minutes, they already invite to the family. You are their best friends. Best friends. You can sleep together. You know what I mean? You can share the same house. Which they're not right or wrong. It's just different ways of approaching life. You know what I mean? So for me, when I arrived in Europe, I was 19 years old. And for me, I was like, oops, my God, it is different. You know what I mean? And it was very strange for me to understand, but it took time for me to understand. And when I understood the message, it was okay. I said, okay, now I see how things are. So yeah, that's society. Back to your question, society, I think it's a very different, and it's just a different approach of life. You know what I mean? It's just a cultural thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not like wrong or right, or it's just different. It's just different. You know what I mean? And I think it's not for everyone. Some people they don't understand straight away. Some people they take in a bad way, or some people they understand. And my personal experience, I put myself in their shoes, I understood, and I learned with experience, because I didn't know anything about European people. So everything, and I was very young, as I was 19 years old. So I'm kind of building, I'm still building my personality. I'm still getting to know myself. You know what I mean? Somehow, I'm very lucky that I understood that like straight away, and now I understand, and I think that's why I feel very welcome here, and I feel so connected with the European people, in London, English people, French, Portuguese, or French, because they are the way they are. You know what I mean? So I'm so glad that I had this cultural shock in the beginning that for me was like, wow, it was like that. And now I appreciate that, and I just understand now. And when I see my friends talking about that, I said, wait a minute, let's talk about let's have a talk to understand that. You know what I mean? It is not like the friendship not built overnight. It takes time. You know what I mean? It takes time, but after you connect, that's it.
That's a good way with traveling, to see those differences and kind of appreciate them or learn them.
And at the end of the day, Tom, what I believe is you just need to be approachable for whatever it is, you know what I mean, for people. Try to understand. Don't judge straight away. Don't make up your decision straight away. Take time. Understand why is that. Just understand that is a cultural thing, you know what I mean? So I learned that very, let's say very quick, but I didn't have choice. So I kind of learned, and I'm very glad that I understood that. And nowadays I understand this cultural society way of approaching, you know what I mean, life and things in life. So yeah, that's my answer to you.
Good. Nice. Yeah. Lot to learn. Long way of travel. That's good.
Don, Did you have a good time? Did you enjoy the interview?
Yes, it was very fun. It had to make me think a little bit, but to dig into the memories, it's a hard work.
That's the whole point of the Magic Box, to make you go deep in your memories and just to visit some good place there that you haven't thought for a while. For some reason it's hidden there. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of the show. Before you go, if you can share a positive message, something that you live by.
I think it's it's so important to do things that make you happy. It doesn't mean that we should avoid all the problems. I'm not saying that, but I think people need to live out their passions, because you need those happy moments to get a good life. And when you are able to do that, you can also be more able to take care of other people and yourself. But you need to be in a good mental and health balance to do that. And that's why you have to do things that you like and dare to do it. Like going out, being in nature, being with friends, whatever makes you good, and share that with other people. And you have a responsibility to take care of your health. Amazing. No one can do it for you. You can get help, but if you don't do your own part, you will struggle.
Absolutely.
Do that before you start to blame others.
I was about to say that. I think for you to give love, to give respect, to give the best of you, you need to love yourself first. You need to look after yourself first. You know what I mean? I know it's not easy sometimes. You know what I mean?
No, it's
yeah, it's hard. But if you have this, if you try, if you put your mind, okay, wait a minute. For me to give my love to my loved ones, let me look after myself. Or let me try to be my best. You know what I mean? Let me look after my.
Be confident and be honest and try. And dare to be yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. So. I'm so glad we connected today. We've been trying for so long and talking. I'm so glad. It was nice to see a little bit more about you, about your point of views. It was a pleasure. Thanks so much, Tom. It was a pleasure. And one day I see you in Norway. I see you in Norway for sure one day. I see you there one day, okay?
You promise to visit, okay? I will show you some hidden gems in Oslo.
And I'd like to see as well the midnight sun.
Exactly. Now you at least know what it is.
Absolutely. You made my day. I learned something new.
Good.
Have a good night. And regards to your family, to your kids, and to your boyfriend. Okay? Take care. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Good night.
So, did you like the show? Don't forget to give a like, to share it, and also don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to be part of the show as well, first, subscribe to our channel, and after that, just go to our website, www.williamandthemagicbox.com, and send us a request saying why would you like to be part of the show, and I see you there. Bye bye, see you next time.